get angry. We will be angry, but do not allow anger to control you. Do not allow the thing that you would not do control what you're doing today. Because yesterday, before this happened, you wouldn't do that. You wouldn't even think in that direction. You would not even allow yourself to think that way. Today, you're upset with people because they pass you on the interstate. They cut you off at the red light and you right behind them. What do you think you're doing? You ever notice that? Sometimes you get angry with someone, they did something to you, you behind them, you drive up beside and blow your horn. What if they pull out a gun? I thought he had a gun over there. Go back and look at the camera. Yep, you did it. You were right behind them. You got right beside them. You rolled your window down. You said something. You pointed your finger. They thought you were the gun. They shot you. What happened? Anger caused you to lose control. Don't do that. This is why the Lord is teaching us this today. Because someone needs to hear this. We don't need to get angry and allow it to get out of control. Because anger can be selfish. So I'm thinking about self right now because it has been hurt. It was horrible malice, and it will not forget. You make some people angry, they will not forget. I believe it's in Proverbs that says it is easier to take a city than a brother wants to finish. It is easier because when you offend someone, some people do not get a look. It doesn't go away overnight. It's there. And some of us have harbored anger much too long. Some people cannot get along with their family today, not because of what they did yesterday, but because of what they did years ago. Because of what they heard they did. It's not always the fact that they've done it, they heard they did. Someone told you, someone did something, said something about you, and now you're upset. You ever notice this? That we can get upset with people and they didn't do anything to us? Because of someone else. God is trying to get us today to understand we cannot hold things like this in our heart. If we do, that there will be a penalty in the end. Because we will not find ourselves resting in peace day in and day out. We cannot find peace when we are angry. But there are different types of anger. There's one anger that will harbor malice. It will not forget. It will linger. It premeditates. It seeks revenge. It will get you if it can. This is an anger we need to get away from. We do not need to be angry to the point where we want to get even with anyone. I don't want to be angry with you to the point that I want to get you the way you got me. Because the Bible lets me know that I am to love my enemies. I am to pray for those that despitefully use me. I am to bless and curse not. How can I bless you when I am angry with you? I've got to let that, and my being angry with you is not hurting you as much as it's hurting me. So I need to let go of anger, and I need to do it right now. There's not a time period where we can say, well, I just want to be angry a few more hours. What if the Lord comes while you're in your anger? Because tomorrow is not promised to any of us. The next few hours is not promised to any of us. Well, I'm going to just sit right here. We can sit right here and die in the pews. I mean, physically, naturally, spiritually, you can have a heart attack in church. I've seen it happen. People have heart attacks in churches and never walk out of the church. Walk in and never walk out. What are you trying to say? We have an opportunity today, and what the Lord is doing and saying to us is, do not allow anger to control you. Because if you are controlled by anger, you cannot be controlled by the Spirit of the Lord. Because where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is peace. There is joy. There is contentment. Right. God does not operate in the individual that's operating in anger. That is not from the Lord. There's an anger that tries to belittle people, tear people down. Despise this one, despise that one. Anger is arrogant, it exalted itself, It gives birth to all types of devices. It gives birth to, look, anger will give birth to you recruiting someone else to be in your angry army. Did you understand that? People that are angry will try to get someone else to be angry with you also so they can get together and all fight against you. Now they have themselves an army marching against you, and because you did not speak to them when they walked in church last Sunday. Anger. And I said that because I want to let you know the Bible teaches us that it is the little foxes that destroy the vine. It is the small things that will send us to hell. You see, the devil has been around a long time. Satan's been around a long time. He knows what you're not going to do. But he also knows there's some small things that you will do. And if he can get you started on those small things, before you know it, that small thing will become a great thing in your life. And it does not take much to cause us to miss the mark. Some people say, well, I just told a little lie. The Bible teaches us, and I've learned from the Word of God, a lie is a lie. Little lie, medium lie, full-grown lie, young lie, baby lie, old lie. A lie is a lie. Either way we look at it, it's almost like saying, that was just a little sin. How do you spell it? S-I-N. Sin is a little word. Sin is a small word. But if we walk in it, it will send us to hell. Cause us to go to hell. See, there's an anger that is full of meanness. People are just mean and angry all the time. They disrespect it. They disrespect you, disrespect this, disrespect that. They're full of pride. They want this, they want that. And if they're not getting it, they're upset about it. Be careful how you get upset and plan your anger. Plan your revenge. We're angry, but I want revenge on them because they're not doing the right thing. And they know they're supposed to be treating me a certain way. They're not respecting me. I want to show them. I read in the book in the Bible about a man who's a king in elevated. Oh, he was somebody. He was the king's right-hand man. But there was one man that refused to bow down to him. And every time he walked by, this man refused to bow down to him. He made up his mind, I've got to get even with that man. And in order to get even with him, I've got to get even with him and all his family. And everyone that's like him. All his people, I am getting even with him because he don't give me any respect. I can walk by everyone else, bow down, they reverence me. This man, just stand right there. He don't even serve our God. He went and told the king, this man don't even serve our God. There are people, there are strange people, they serve a strange God. He said, and told the king, so let me write letters. And send these letters out. That on a certain day, we can kill all of this man's line. All of the people. Let's kill all the Jews. Kill them all. The king signed it. He sealed it with a seal that did not alter. But this man took it personal. He went and had a gallows built because he wanted to hang this man himself. You see, that's how anger is. Anger, and here, and here we are. Esther chapter 3, verse number 5 said, and when Haman saw that Mordecai bowed not, nor did him reverence, then was Haman full of wrath. And he thought to scorn to lay hands on Mordecai alone, for he had showed him his people, the people of Mordecai. Wherefore Haman sought to destroy all the Jews that were throughout the entire kingdom, even the people of Mordecai, because he was angry with Mordecai. He was angry with this one man, but he was driven by anger. He could not see anything about this man or his people because he was driven by anger. But what he did not know is God had already put someone in place to take care of him when the time came. Because the Queen Esther, was Mordecai's cousin. He had raised Esther. And she was the queen now. And the queen invited him and the king she told the king about what Mordecai was planning to do, what someone was planning to do to her people. And the king said, who is this? She said, this is that evil Haman. What Haman was planning to do to Mordecai, Haman. And the king left out, and he got there, the queen was on her bed, he came up, he was begging for his life. The king came in and saw him on the queen's bed. You know it was over there. The king said, in verse 17, chapter 7, and Habot, one of the chamberlain, said unto the king, behold also the gallows, 50 cubits high, which Haman had made for Mordecai, who had spoken good for the king, standeth in the house of Haman. Then the king said, hang him thereon. Hang him thereon. Sometimes our anger would cause us to lose our life. There are a lot of people today that are dead because they got angry. When I'm trying to do something. But you know that old proverb said, be careful when you dig one ditch. You dig one grave, you better dig two. Because one will be for you. But Haman's problem was Mordecai did not represent him. Anger began to drive him. He was driven to the point where he wanted to destroy all the Jews. He was driven to the point where he set up a gallows to hang Mordecai on. And his 10 sons. 10 sons. And it said 50 cubits. And a cubit is about 1.5 feet. So we're looking at about a 75 feet tall gallows that he had hung. He had built to hang Mordecai on. He was hung on himself. Anger will cause us to want to walk over people. But when we're walking over people, think about this, we're also walking past our blessing. Because the Lord desires us to be blessed. So many times we cut ourselves off. We kill ourselves when we're angry with people. Stop allowing anger to drive you. Some people don't have the job they desire now because they had a job, they got upset on their job and allowed anger to make them do something that was out of character. And because they did it out of character, they were terminated because of that attitude. Bad attitude. You know, today there's a lot of things you cannot say and do on the job that they did yesteryear. Wait a minute, I want to hear this. And I need to rephrase that a little bit. Because there are some things on the job you and I may not be able to get away with. But other people can get away with it. Stop trying to be like them. Because I don't care whether they say it or not, there's 2 laws. There's more than one law. We're judged by the law in the book. Some people are judged by the law in the mind of the supervisor. You need to understand that before you get out there and get angry with those people. They will take you down and have law to back it up. Because you got angry. Well, you know, you said that, but you know I was just joking. We don't joke like that here. Someone last week said something worse than that. They laughed at that. I just thought I'd help someone out. Because you need to understand, the law is not the law for everyone. The law only applies to those that they want it to apply to. Justice is not for everyone. Red Fox said it's just us. So, let's get back to this. But this is what we need to understand. Stop allowing your anger to drive you. You're upset with something. If you find yourself upset, if you cannot get away by yourself, if you cannot get away, honey, you need to just keep your mouth closed. Say nothing. If you got some gum, put some gum in your mouth, start chewing it. I'm serious. It's time for a bathroom break. Get away. If you can leave and go home, leave and go home. Make sure you got a job. Make sure you tell someone I had something come up. What happened? I have an emergency. It is an emergency. I need to get me out of this environment before I say something or do something that I will regret later. Because that's what anger would do to us. It would make us act a fool. Did I say that right? Did I need to say it again? Anger would make some of us act a fool. We act as one foolish. Not a word, not an ounce of salvation in us, no sanctification near us. Why? Because I got angry. But I want to let you know something. If we are that individual, that is what is in us, we need to be praying anyway. If we allow those things that cause us to get upset, we need to be on the altar anyway. Because as a child of God, we need to understand tests and trials will come our way, but because they come our way does not mean we need to get out of shape. You cannot allow what people say and do to you to cause you to get out of shape. Every time you turn around, you're angry about this and angry about that. You need to learn what the Bible says. The Bible says, resist the devil and he will flee from you. We need to learn how to fight against that demon that is in us. It's not that person out there that we need to worry about. It's me. Paul said it like this. He said it like this. He said, every time I desire to do good, evil is present. So I want to do the right thing, but I'm getting angry. Honey, you need to work on you. Don't look at them, look at you. Well, they need to stop this. You need to get you together. They will always be them. The devil will always be the devil. You need to learn how to be a saint. And understand what the scripture said when they said Jesus was led as a lamb to the slaughter. And as the sheep dumb before he's sheared, so open he not his mouth. Sometimes we just need to keep our mouths closed. I know you want to say something, but there's times when we need to defer our anger. We need to hold on to it. It's there, but I need to go back to what Proverbs 14 and 15. Proverbs 15, the latter part of verse number 4 said, it says, swear to your own hurt and change not. This is what we need to get to. The Bible is coming to teach us how to control us. He that controls his mouth controls his life. We that keep his mouth, look, and he that keep his mouth keep his life. He that don't know how to control his spirit is out. And look, if you can't control your spirit, you are out of control. We need to be able to control our spirit regardless of what comes our way. We need to be able to give God some glory in it. And understand this, the devil comes to steal, kill, and to destroy. But the God in me came that I might have life and that I might have it what? More abundantly. Stop allowing what is going on around us to affect what is coming out, what comes out of us. We are children of God. Let's walk like children of God. What you expect the devil to do? You expect him to buy you a gift on your birthday? You expect him to buy you a get well card? Do you expect him to buy you a gift on Christmas? Do you expect him to pat you on the back? He's the devil. What do you expect? A lot of those people you're dealing with have a spirit of the devil in them. What do you expect? You expect them to treat you like a dog. You expect them to look down on you. You expect them to talk about you. Why? Why are they talking about me? God will get the glory. Why? Because you can stand there with a smile on your face and you can say like Job said, though he slay me, yet will I praise him. Honey, you cannot allow anger to control you, because when anger controls you, you're not led by the Spirit of God. And we have looked, as many have been baptized into Christ, has put on Christ. If we put him on, he should be in us. He should be the one controlling us. Not that thing that calls me good every time I see so-and-so, I'm upset. Why? Because there's something in you that did not forgive them for something they did years ago. And every time they say something, you cringe. Because you have not forgiven them. If we do not forgive people, the Lord will not forgive us. I don't know about you, but I want to be blessed. When I get up this morning, I want to be blessed. I thank the Lord for blessing me to see another day. I want to be blessed. Throughout this day, Lord, bless me. Anger, whatever you do, remember, when anger controls you, then you are out of control. When anger controls you, you are out of control. You know why the firstborn Egypt, representing Egypt, died? Pharaoh brought that on himself. Because he said that's what he would do. And Moses had already told him if there's another plague, it'll be by your doing. Pharaoh was upset. He wanted to kill the firstborn. Moses said, I won't be the firstborn, you'll be the firstborn of your house. Not my house. Anger. Haman was hung on the gallows because he built the gallows. He perpetrated the plan. He planned everything. And when he was caught, found out, he ended up, him and his entire family. He wanted to kill all the Jews. Him and his entire family was hung on the gallows. Not only that, but the king asked the queen, and what can I do? She said, allow a letter to be written. And write this letter. And give the Jews a certain day that they may rise up and slay all their enemies. The king said, let it be done. Wrote a letter, and the Bible said, many people became Jews. You got to get this one. Many people became Jews because of the fear of the Jews. When we do what the Lord instructs us to do, the Lord will take care of everything else. Many people became Jews to save their life because the fear of Mordecai was upon them. But Mordecai was just. Then they turned around, the king said, Esther said, oh, king, so let us have another day. The king not only allowed them to have another day to slay their enemy, but he sent soldiers to help them. The Bible says, if we can hold our peace, the Lord will make our enemies be at peace with us. Not only be at peace with us, but he will make our enemies our footstool. Anger has no place in a child of God's life. So whatever we do today, again, do not allow anger to control you. Because what you build for others, you may be hung on it yourself. What you plan for others may just happen to you. So if you are angry with someone, get that thing straight. Because no one, I'll tell you about me, the way I feel about it. I haven't met a person yet that was good enough for me to go to hell for. Not one individual. I love my wife, but I'm not going to hell for her. I'm sure she loves me, but she's not going to hell for me. Not one person. I love my mother and father, but I'm not going to hell for them. Anger controls people. And they would say, tell you in a minute, well, the devil made me do it. Someday you be with him in a